I don't know how to write my college essay because I have nothing interesting to talk about. This is probably one of the most common obstacles people face when writing a personal statement. The good news is even if your life to this point has been as fascinating as a lukewarm bowl of cottage cheese, you can still write a fantastic college essay. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Chris from Mooshly.com. I have an English bachelor's with a creative writing concentration and an MBA. Now I work as a consultant, but I've been a professional writer and I've helped a lot of my connections improve their writing and get accepted to elite academic institutions like Ivy Leagues, medical schools, and MBA programs. I frequently get asked for writing advice, so I decided to put some of it out there to help you for free. And I wrote a very thorough college essay introduction guide I highly recommend you check out. Click the link in the description to download it for free. Enjoy. Most people lead boring lives. If great stories only came from grandiose events, a select handful of raconteurs would dominate the market. Don't get me wrong, big moments make great stories. That's why I always lie in job interviews. But relatable moments are even more powerful. Consider the following two examples. I traveled to every country in the world while escaping a hitman from the mob because I tried to leave a life of crime after discovering a human trafficking operation. That's certainly a plot-heavy story, could even be a pretty funny B-film, but it's so far removed from my reality that I wouldn't resonate with it at all. Now, how about, I ran into a girl from middle school at the grocery store who I hadn't seen since then, but was too awkward to talk to her, so I tried to avoid her, but accidentally knocked over a Coke display and made everyone look at me, including her, who said, "Is that you, Chris?" I would argue the stakes in that second story are objectively lower. In the first story, I might literally die. In the second story, I might have an awkward social interaction, which for an introvert, I guess is the same. But despite that, the second story will be more meaningful to more people who relate to trying to avoid something uncomfortable and only making it worse. In your college essay, you do not have to write about finding the cure for cancer to tell a great story. But you must know how to identify story-worthy moments in your daily life and compose them the right way. A story-worthy moment will follow the classic story structure. An introduction, the problem and stakes, what you did about it, the climax, and a conclusion. I went to the grocery store to buy olives. There I saw Jessica, a girl I had a big crush on in middle school. I was wearing sweatpants and had a big pimple, so I was scared to talk to her. I tried to back up with my cart so she wouldn't see me, but knocked over a Coca-Cola pyramid and all the cans fell. The commotion caused everyone around to look at me, including Jessica, who immediately recognized me. I apologized, ran from the store as quickly as I could, and replay that moment in my mind every night at 2 a.m. Does that make sense? That's not really a particularly plot-heavy, story-worthy moment. So how do you identify moments that are worth sharing? Well, you just have to look. Did anything happen this week that demonstrates how you think? What about something that shows how you approach challenges, your values, or your achievements? After you eliminate the perspective that something must be plot heavy to be meaningful, you'll find a lot of things you can talk about. When I started my writing program in college, most stories were incredibly plot heavy. Wars and gang violence and bank heists. Oh, and breakup stories. Oh man, were there breakup stories. Maybe stay away from English majors. But those kinds of tales of, bombastic exploits grew less frequent as I advanced to higher level classes. There's a lot of nuanced conflict and everyday occurrences we overlook. This week, pay attention to quiet moments of conflict in your life and let me know if you find any. Don't forget to grab your free download for an excellent college introduction guide in the description, and I'll see you next time.